Kenny and I, we're going to go out and he's going to tag along, and we're going to go check on jobs and see if we got any goodies coming, and just kind of tag along on a normal day for me. There's a hurricane heading this way. It's not supposed to hit us. Of course, the Irma wasn't supposed to hit us either. So it's getting close. These things are probably worth about $2,000 a piece.
Take a shower out, take the baby back to the shop, take the light fixture back to the shop.
So Mike's over here tearing up a shower. How much longer do you think you got on this job? You guys got much more to do? Yeah. Lonnie Kai is an icon. Well, it's not open yet. They keep talking about another month, and then if you talk to any of the employees, they have been told to keep their mouth shut. There are a ton of houses that they need to be torn down. Like probably 300 on the beach.
How do you know that?
We videoed every house on the whole beach, and I drove through all the neighborhoods. You could take that and just circle all the ones that are in bad shape. So what do you think? How long is it going to take?
I think it's probably a little bit after lunch. Maybe around 1.
We come to check on this job, and look at what we got. The house is already down. They were right on our heels. They said they were going to get right to it right after we got done, and here they are. 282,000 views in the last 48 hours. We may get over 300,000. So during Channel Jumpstart, they told me if I do certain things that eventually this would happen. Well, I think we're in the middle of it happening. Very cool. So I'm pretty excited. So I start my day out with a phone call from Logan early this morning. Now I'm up at 5 o'clock this morning, and we're trending at numbers that we've never seen before. So I'm super excited about that. I do the morning vlog. Logan calls me up and says, so which one do you want me to block off? I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, there's another hurricane. It's going to be close by. So here we go again. So you guys are going to have some videos of flooded Fort Myers Beach most likely next week. So Kenny and I, we're going to go out, and he's going to tag along, and we're going to go check on jobs and see if we got any goodies coming, and just kind of tag along on a normal day for me. Okay, so we have a hurricane en route. So we're on a barrier island. Barrier islands flood, and this one's flooded several times in 2 years. So guess what we're doing this morning? We're moving our machines. We're getting our machines to higher ground. So the Strand view, we still have one of the 323 sitting on it, and I'm going down to see if they've got that moved. Also, we're tore down the White House, the old Shark Bar on San Carlos. We're gonna go see if they're done with that, and just want to make sure. We had talked about it yesterday. Just want to make sure that they've got the equipment in process of being moved out of harm's way. That particular spot right there is super low. When the other end of the island gets water and no place else does, that area over there floods. So we definitely don't want to have salt water all over our machines. All right, so we're pulling up on the Strand view. This is the final leg of the Strand view for us, and I know you're probably sick and tired of hearing about the Strand view, but this is it. We're just going to leave this machine. It needs a repair. We were just going to leave it here, and now we have a hurricane that's going to get close, and we're worried about storm surge. So we're getting our equipment off of the island. So let's go check it out.
How you doing?
All right, how's it going?
I'm doing all right.
So
pretty good, huh?
So how's it feel to have this done?
Yeah.
You ever torn a building down this big?
No.
You ever been a part of it? You
No.
can't say, now you have. So
Yeah.
you having a good day? So got another freaking storm on the way. Can you believe it?
I know.
It's supposed to get close again. So see this nice calmness out here?
Yeah.
That's all going to be gone for like, for who knows? I'm going to drive around my truck again and take videos. So why are we doing the pilings again? Or the pipes?
There were pylons there.
Yeah.
So we cut them down.
Yeah.
And we put the poles, that way whoever comes for the next construction know that there was
They know where the structure is.
Yes.
So this is the locations of the substructure that's still in the ground,
Yes, sir.
that we left in the ground to try to keep this sand from washing away in these storms.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we're doing there. So this building over here, according to Fort Myers Beach, FEMA came in, told them can't have any temporary structures here. We're not paying for this stuff twice. If you have these anything that is not permanently attached, it has to go. You either got to be able to put it on your pickup truck and pull it immediately, or it has to be off the island by November 18th. So these hurricanes, if we get another one, it doesn't come in and use all these temporary structures and beat the permanent houses apart. So that's something that Fort Myers is dealing with right now. So let's go on down and let's check out the shark bar. And that's it. So we'll head on down there. See you later, young man. All right, so on to the shark bar. Here's something you couldn't do before on the Strand view. I couldn't do this. I couldn't go for a ride through. We're gonna drive through the Strand view. Woohoo! Through the Strand view.
Hit a pole.
Boink. So the beach is looking better. It was very trashed. Now it's just mildly trashed, and it's got a lot of missing components. There's a lot of missing stuff. You couldn't see the beach at all. So now a lot of new stuff going up. We just did a video on it took us about 5 hours to drone the whole island again. There was so much productivity, and we decided we just wanted to bring it again. We wanted to show everybody how much productivity, because here's what happened. So after the hurricane, everybody's kind of scrambling, getting immediate things done. Then the guys that were on the ball, they got started right away. They got their houses torn down and they got started. And then they got through the permitting process, and it takes a certain amount of time. Well, about 3 months ago, there was a tremendous amount of these new houses that were built that were pretty far along. Well, in just 3 months, so many of them have gotten completed. So it looks dramatically different on the whole island in just 3 months. So we felt the need to bring that. The 2-year anniversary of the hurricane is this coming Saturday, which is not funny because we have a hurricane that's going to be very close to here, and it's ginormous again, and it's moving slow, so it's pushing water. So pushing water is a no bueno for barrier islands. We don't want slow moving hurricanes that push tremendous amounts of water. Okay, so here's something that's got a big question mark. You look at the Strand view, you look at the damage there. That building was built with minimally. You could tell by the way how easily we were able to tear it down. One of the icons here, forever, spring break icons, the locals don't really care for it because it's where most of the crime comes from for our beach. But Lani Kai is an icon. Well, it's not open yet. They keep talking about another month, and then if you talk to any of the employees, they have been told to keep their mouth shut. I think that they've got a problem. They got a big problem. I don't want them to have a big problem. I'm just saying I think they got a big problem. There's something that's keeping them from getting opened up, and I guarantee it's not what they were saying in the news. There's something going on. Those of us that are like Sweden on this stuff, I don't have a pig in this race, but they definitely are dealing with something. I'm sure it's dealing with structural stuff. So I don't know. Wish them the best. I hope they can get it figured out, because we definitely need more hotels down here, especially the lower end stuff. Okay, so what you're seeing here is they're redoing the traffic pattern on this bridge to make it flow better off the island. They are doing a roundabout back there. This is the result of some multi-million-dollar study that they did, and hopefully it's going to help. You know, all these new developments are going to bring in more traffic and more people, and the island already has a problem with traffic, and we're not busy at all. So they got to do something. Something's got to change. Something's got to keep it flowing. So, you know, 4 or 5 o'clock, you're sitting in traffic every day here. All right, so here we are pulling up. This was the white building. It used to be the Shark Bar. I can't remember what it was before that. And this has been an eyesore before the hurricane. So now that it's damaged even more, it's muy bueno. So we're gonna get it out of here. And then we'll be done. We'll make it smooth as a baby's butt, and off we go. So another project that's, this one's at about like 95%. And this guy wants to race. You want to race? No, just kidding.
Don't put that in there.
There you go, the new strip club. Boy, they ramped up their game. It looks like they got multiple floors of stripping that's going to be going on.
They got a pole that goes from the top to the bottom like a fire station.
Yeah. Go figure. We end up behind our own excavator, slow moving machine. I love driving slow. We're moving this off the island so that it doesn't get caught up in storm surge if that worst case scenario happens. This hurricane that's coming by is, I looked at it on this radar this morning, it's got a very, very large area that it's covering. So we're definitely going to get hit. So we're definitely going to have storm surge here. I don't know how much. You just don't know how much. And every one of these storms is heading for Tampa, and this one's heading for Tampa. So what we're doing right now is we're pulling up on a job. So we're just going to go in and check on the job and see how they're coming along. So I'm not sure what they're doing here right now, but this guy owns a significant amount of property here. And he's got him on the phone right now, just trying to get some clarifications on a few things.
I'll see you later. Bye.
So Greg, what are we doing on this one?
So what we have left is we're removing this wall here.
Which wall? Show me.
Yeah.
So were you on this yesterday too?
Yeah, I was here yesterday as well.
Okay, so you're removing this wall right here?
Yeah, this is coming out. And
Stay close to the hallway.
here, and here it's coming out.
All right.
Up to here.
And you're going to leave this
Everything
wall,
there
the electric's in that wall. You don't want to take that out.
Yeah.
And then what else?
We're getting rid of this.
And this serving bar?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. So what do you think? How long is it going to take?
I think until probably a little bit after lunch. Maybe around 1.
All right.
1:30 at latest.
Is there anything in here you think we could salvage?
I don't
Not
think
really.
so, yeah.
Was there anything yesterday?
Nah, so yesterday it was just a wall running here.
And you
from
got
that corner up to here. Yeah, and that's what we got out.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this hurricane on his way in again?
I mean, right, if it bends the wrong way, it could be coming right forward. Yeah.
So it's kind of bittersweet for us, right? Because it's more business.
Yeah.
Not that we're hurting for business, but we could always always do more.
Definitely.
All right. Well, hey, have a great day.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you. We'll see you when we see you. We're gonna go check another job out. See, I love this, man. I just love living in my. I like living on my resort island. I love it. Man, another freaking hurricane. And this area right here is going to flood again. Fort Myers Beach did a study on how to keep the traffic flowing, and they came up with this idea and this really strange looking oval roundabout. And that's what we're working on right here. I thought that they held back this property for a park. At least there was talk about that when Margarita built this, but they had to donate this. So Basically, that park area, or what was going to be a park, they took it back over Lee County and made it into this gigantic roundabout that's going in right here. And it's supposed to keep the traffic flowing off the island, which is a big problem because sometimes it's 2 hours to get off the island, and it's just not acceptable. It's a no bueno. All right, here we are at my favorite place to eat, Dolly's in Bonita. All right, so we got our list. We're going to go hit all these properties. One of these is in Port Royal. One of them, there's some pretty cool stuff in here. So we're going to go check out that and make sure they got everything out of that house down here in Bonita Bay. Or Barefoot Beach, that is. So just had breakfast at Dolly's. Logan and I do our little, we do our meetings 2 or 3 times a week. We have a little meeting here. He gets the guys rolling in the morning. I get my stuff done that I need to do at the house, and then we meet up and we have a little business meeting and make some decisions, make some plans, go over stuff. So we do this. That's just the way we do things. So off to Barefoot Beach. I'll tell you what, we'll go to this one first. We'll go to that one, then we'll go to Port Charlotte, or to Port Royal, and then we'll work our way back. Port Royal's pretty far down there. This is basically a flip for us. I just want to walk through, make sure that we got everything out of it that I told the guys to get out, and just do one more double check on it. And then we're off to Port Royal after that. Okay, so this is Barefoot Beach. This is one of those neighborhoods where if you want to live somewhere really, really cool, this is the place. This is that house that we bought the stuff out of, and I'm just going over here, and I just wanted to make sure that they got everything. So it's basically, it's just shy of being a $5 million house on Zillow, and this is one of those situations where they wanted to do some work to it. In order to get a permit, they had to gut the downstairs. Well, the downstairs was a key part of the living for this house. When they bought this house, they've been using it as a whole house. Now they have to gut it because the city knows about it. So they just said piss on it. They need a bigger house. So they're gonna just tear this house down and build another one. So, all right, so we come to check on this job and look at what we got. The house is already down. They were right on our heels. They said they were gonna get right to it right after we got done, and here they are. That solved that problem. Okay, off to Port Royal. That's funny. Did you see how he's got that excavator up in there?
Right.
I don't know if that was a good idea. That thing rolls one way or the other. I don't know.
They're buying the house next to them.
Little tiny excavator they're using to tear that house down. They're probably using it to separate. That would make sense. Okay, so this is one of the hurricane impacted neighborhoods. A lot of these places, if you watch one of our videos where Logan and I, we built out the bottom part of a duplex we had. It's within a mile of this place, and they made us tear it out because of the FEMA rules. Well, every one of these houses in here, the majority of them, it would be rare for them not to do it. The minute they get their permits finalized on the upper part of their houses, they finish out the bottom part of their houses. So every one of these houses in here, it would be a rare exception for them to not have their lower levels built out. So that's where we got the confidence that we could do that. So now FEMA's on Bonita to follow the FEMA rules better. Otherwise, they're going to take away the 25% discount that they give people when they actually follow the FEMA rules. And then FEMA doesn't actually enforce this stuff themselves in a big way. They only enforce it in the sense that they supervise the local city governments to do their job and make sure that you're not doing things that they don't want you to do. Now, those of us that have the means to do this stuff, we're like, hey, why don't you just leave us alone and we just won't insure that thing? And anything under the flood zone, just don't insure it. You know, what do you care if we've got our lower levels finished out? I don't get it. So I don't understand it. There's so much I don't understand about the law, but it's just not logical. So like this house right here, we did the demo on that, and in order for them to get the permit to renovate the upstairs, we had to gut the downstairs before they would allow the permit to go through. So, anyway, on to Port Royal. Port Royal is like, man, that's the place. It is the most expensive place down here in Naples. Well, that made for a quick walkthrough, huh? So here we are in the slums of Naples. This is called Naples Park. So this is one of those neighborhoods that was put in and they sold swampland way back in the day. So we'll actually drive through the neighborhood. So this is rapidly becoming, everything in here, they're systematically tearing them down and rebuilding these fancy houses that you're seeing coming up on our right. So this is what you see. So this is part of our business. We've torn down about 10 of them in here. Naples Park, and this was like a little, somebody just drew it up on a plat map, and it was just nothing but straight lines and a grid. And they sold off these back in the 60s. So 60s, 70s, 80s, they built it out. And so like I said, this is the slums that's becoming, everything right here, everything in this neighborhood is within a very short walk to the beaches. So at any rate, just this is what we have to deal with every day driving around in Naples. Everything, even the really bad stuff, which this isn't bad, but the lower income stuff is just amazing in Naples. So heading down to Port Royal, which is the premier neighborhood for Naples. It's the place to own. And down there, they tear down $20 million houses and build 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $100 million houses. So actually, I don't absolutely know about anything about $100 million houses, but at any rate, that's it. We just saved him a fortune.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome to Naples. This is the downtown area in Naples, and this is, this is the place you want to live if you've got the money. And you're Naples-ish. So, Fort Myers Beach seems to be the rich hillbillies, and the Naples people seem to be the rich people who are rich. So, I don't know how they got rich, but they're rich. They're different. They got fancy cars, fancy houses, fancy clothes, and they expect you to act a certain way, and it's their way, not any other way. So it's kind of interesting. So at any rate, this is how beautiful it is. I mean, we're in the middle of the most beautiful construction zone you've ever seen. So I don't know. I love it. When we used to do junk removals and come down here, I would love to just drive through here. I'd coming down in a junk removal box truck, and I knew I was picking up something that I was going to take back to Cape Coral and sell, because when you got the money, you got the options. When you got the options, well, meeting somebody to sell them something on Craigslist 4 times before you sell it is not on your agenda. And yard sales are out of the question, and you just don't want to do that stuff. You got other options. You don't need to worry about chunk change, which would be something that they might say. So anyway, this is part of the reason I really love our demo business and our junk removal business, is because I get to see this and be a part of this. I don't live in it, but it's just beautiful. It absolutely is beautiful. And the funny thing there's a hurricane heading this way. It's not supposed to hit us. Of course, Irma wasn't supposed to hit us either. So it's getting close. But 3 months after the hurricane, you come through here. Actually, after Ian, it took a while. After Irma, 3 months later, and you could barely tell that a hurricane had hit. After Ian, you know, maybe 5 to 6 months, you could barely tell a hurricane hit because they are that wealthy here. Their city government is that rich in money. They just throw money at it and they put it right back together, and it looks amazing. So, you know, I also call this the land of the pretty people. There's a lot of pretty people around here. They're shined up and got all the fancy clothes and stuff like that. So this is Gordon Drive, and Gordon Drive is like, I don't know, it's like the best street in Naples. These houses to the right are on the ocean, and a lot of them are, these lots are ginormous, and they front on the Gordon Street, and then they also front on the ocean. A lot of these are older. They're still the Mediterranean looking houses. All the new ones are being built. You know, they got that strong contemporary square, rectangular looks to them. Just an amazing area. So we're pulling into Port Royal here in a minute. Port Royal is the first really bad neighborhood. A guy named Glenn Sample came in here and bought up 2 miles of this, and he dredged it out and made a nice little neighborhood that everybody had deep Gulf access. Some of these are in here. These are monsters. I really don't know what they're selling for. I'm out of touch with that. If I do some research, I can look things up and find out. These things are just, they're monsters. Yeah, most of these houses got hit by Hurricane Ian. A couple of them we're actually doing work on. So here we are actually pulling into Port Royal. If you look at the names on the signs here in Port Royal, that's like Kingstown Drive. This next street we're going on to is Fort Charles Drive. There's Buccaneer Drive, Admiralty Court. There's all kinds. All of these are names of pirates or royalty kind of things. So like that's Green Dolphin Lane. This is plush. It's got some real history to it. Mature landscaping. A lot of these houses are really, really old. Very, very good condition. Very expensive. The houses are worth the same amount of money with or without the houses on them. We're going down here to check out one of the jobs that we're working on. We work in here frequently. When we first started doing this, we were excited every time we got a job down in here because that means that the Naples community, they look at you as a responsible enough contractor that you can work in Port Royal. So the $22 million house we tore down, it's back in here, and they probably have already started building the house on there. It's another part of Port Royal, and we tore that down about 6 or 8 months ago. So at any rate, here we are. This is a Port Royal house. Look at this. Isn't it amazing? Oh, wow. Look at that. When's the last time you seen gas-fired anything? That's kind of cool. So this looks like it's a guest house, probably garage, mansion. So let's go see what these guys are, how far along they are on this job. All right, so on this one, we protect their walkways on the way in and out. Unfortunately, we're using furniture pads. I prefer not to do that, but. So floor removal is part of this. Taking off some doors, taking up all this flooring here. This is an example of the flooring coming apart. This is bad concrete, basically. They overdid they overworked the concrete way back when. So all the plastic protection the contractor did himself. And then we're just taking out this bathroom over here. We took out, there's 3 bathrooms here. 1, 2, 3. And so Mike's over here tearing up a shower. Almost looks like a closet. So that's marble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy.
So is this a hard one or an easy one?
It's tough.
How much longer do you think you got on this job? You guys got much more to do?
I'm gonna finish this out, get the shower basin, get out the floor, got blood set up under it.
Yeah, did we take out the other floors or did someone else?
We did all the
Yeah, that stuff was coming apart, huh? The concrete. Yeah.
It was pulling it up, that's how down it was.
Yeah, that just means they overworked the concrete. What happens if you overwork the concrete? It pushes everything down and it makes a slurry on the top and it doesn't hold up. So this is This is a marble, and this is very, very expensive, and just the owners are updating the house. So that's really it on this one. So we did some doors, some flooring, a couple bathrooms, and that would have been a closet, master closet. Might have been the laundry room, possibly. Yeah, so the super expensive stuff, high built-ins. You know, there's always a storage problem in Florida. That's a good way to do it. These are some pretty high ceilings. And that's pretty much it on this one. It looks like you guys are making good progress. They should be done today on this one. All right, Tony, it was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Take care. They're working in here as well? Where's Nacho at? Nacho! What are you doing, Nacho? So this is their guest house. Looks like they're redoing the baseboards, the flooring. And you okay, bud?
Yeah.
Man, you were working your ass off, aren't you?
Yeah, it's too hot.
Real heavy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What a fancy house here. So what a fancy house. Yeah, you need to break that in half.
You need to hook this AC up.
Yeah, those are not ACs, or are they? No, these are typically they're just filters. They suck the microorganisms out of the air. Yep, pretty fancy place. So look at that ceiling. Great detail. That's what happens in these really super wealthy houses, is they just detail the heck out of everything. So this is basically a 1-bedroom with a kitchen guest house for people who come to stay. This house would actually be on the water too. So this is very, very expensive house. So that's it. And that's the difference between contractors and contractors when you got expensive people, because it's very expensive to have somebody dedicated and on your job site all day long. But if you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of issues or problems or cost overruns and stuff like that, you have somebody here all day long making sure that what's coming out should be coming out, what's going in should be going in, that people aren't wasting and all these kind of things. Ultimately, does it end up costing more? Yes. Ultimately, you end up with a better project. It gets done completely. Normally, it really affects your timeline. Your timeline goes up a lot more. So a lot of contractors, the one contractor will be working on 10 different jobs, and he just shows up every day to all 10 jobs. And it's really, it's not optimal to do it that way. But when you got the money and you could pay for it and you understand it, it's definitely worth it. So, all right, on to the next one. So this one, they got good progress going on. What a great location. This right here is called Elephant Pass. I guess that's the name of the water that it's on. And we just need to punch in the next job we're going to.
There's only been 4 demo permits pulled in the whole month of September.
Yeah, that's not a fun fact at all.
So, and we're one of them. So, that means besides for us, there's been 3 demo permits pulled. Now, I don't know if there's other ones that the paperwork hasn't been turned in yet, but for the whole month of September up till today, there's only been 4 of them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That could mean absolutely nothing.
No, that's an indicator. You ought to check the same thing out in Sanibel.
I don't. The thing is, I mean, I can ask Lisa, but there's not like the Fort Myers Beach portal is the best one I've ever seen, because you can just search something, and it'll give you everything. Like I can just search demolition permits, and it'll show me every demolition permit that's been pulled forever. You know what I mean? So I can see how much work each company's getting on the beach.
I see.
I just don't know how to do that on Sanibel. So, but if I can, I'll ask Lisa to see if she can find a way to get on the portal, if there is one to search that. But I don't know if that's an indicator of down business or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, Fort Myers Beach is about ready to stimulate it, so. They're gonna, I mean,
I hope so.
yeah, me too. They start finding them. By the way, you guys probably should get our dumpster off of there.
Which one?
That dumpster we've had sitting forever.
Okay. Are you worried about it floating away? I asked Logan, he was like, whatever, just leave it there.
All right, well, then leave it there. If you, I don't know. I just don't want us to be held responsible for what it floats into. We should probably fill it up with debris.
Well, I think it's already full with debris from people driving by and dumping trash in it.
Well, it's only got, no, Logan thought it was. I looked at it and we went back and shut the door. It's just got like 4 inches of garbage in it.
Okay, what if, I mean, if it floats up and it flies into someone's house, I mean, to be honest, they already know who to call. We could just get the demo there and then we'll fill it up as we go.
I love the way you think.
I got that on camera.
That is so freaking funny.
Hey, I'm all about getting the business.
Hey, me too. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been 2 years since the hurricane hit. You know, there's new players in the game, and then the bigger players got bigger. So I can see us potentially running ourselves out of work. But you know what? It's September and October too. Nobody's down here yet. When people get down here, there's going to be all kinds of shit that's going to get started. And tearing down houses, they're not going to be under moratoriums and stuff like that for it. You know, and a lot of people, they're not going to do anything until they get pressured into it. So, and there's a ton of houses. We just did this video. There are a ton of houses that need to be torn down. I mean, like a lot. Like probably 300 on the beach, or at least 200.
How do you know that?
Because we just did this video. We videoed every house on the whole beach, and I drove through all the neighborhoods. Yeah, you could. This video we're going to come out with on Friday. You could take that and just circle all the ones that are in bad shape.
Pull ones off of it. We're like halfway down the beach on personally mailing people letters. We're like halfway down the island.
Well, the website's done. I'm going to make it live. I'm going to try to do it this afternoon. And then then I talked to the Google guy, and Tuesday he's going to optimize it. So I'm going to go ahead and work through all the bugs. By the way, our site's trending at over 250,000 every 48 hours right now.
Website or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay.
Took off like a rocket. Hey, so explain to me what's going on with this job here.
Okay, so originally we'd been out to demo the house for a company. They ended up not getting the job, and somebody else wanted to bid out, so we bid it out for them again. But unfortunately, they ended up going with another company because they packaged and doing all the site work. So we weren't able to snag that because we don't offer that at this point in time. But anywho, I think it's the owner's representative reached out to us again because they want to salvage what's in there, and I think they have some deal worked out with the sale that they're getting all that stuff. So she actually hired us to come in, carefully remove the stuff, and move it to a storage unit for them so they can either put it in one of their houses or resell it. They're pretty much piggybacking off what our business model is, but they're doing it as an individual.
Oh, that's awesome.
Exactly that.
Hey, it's being recycled.
So,
that's a good thing, right?
It's being recycled.
Although we would much rather have it. I did reach out to Dwayne again. He said they will get a hold of us on Hickory. So, all right, we're going to run in.
I mean, it sucks because we're not getting the demo and we're not getting the stuff, but that's a third avenue and we're still getting some business out of it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know, whatever. I take it. It's money.
Yep.
So,
money's money. All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right. Later.
Bye. All right, so this is a different scenario for us, okay? So now we just came from a house where we bought the stuff and we got everything out of that house, and we're gonna flip that, the materials. This house, the realtor that sold this to these people, they're gonna tear this house down. They want the location. This is Gray Oaks. This is like, this is the Bama Jamma place to live if you wanna live in Naples and you wanna be in a gated community. So what she did is she worked out a deal with them. As part of her commission, she gets everything that's in here. So what she did is she knows about the fact that we repurpose stuff and we can take stuff out carefully. So we're going to take all this stuff out and we're going to do that for her, and then we're going to move it for her. Hey, Mr. Godoy, come over here. So is this kind of a strange job for you? A little different than what we normally do?
It's a little different. It's not really like hard demo.
Yeah.
We're sending most of the stuff.
Yeah. So is it pretty cool to be able to take it apart and not have to worry about the structure?
You don't have to worry because you can't scratch it.
No, I mean, like, you don't have to be careful with the building itself.
Okay.
So if you got to get something out, you can beat the wall and who cares? Doesn't matter.
That's what we've been doing lately over there in that room and this one over here.
Makes it a little faster then, right? But working for someone else, you know, you got the stress of us putting pressure on you to make sure you bring stuff back in good condition, but now you have someone else that's involved.
Take it to a storage unit after this.
Yeah.
And then unload it there like we did yesterday.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing here is we're taking this house apart, everything this lady wants. She's doing some of it herself, and we're taking it down to the storage unit and packing it up for her. She said she's going to build a barnuminium, and I don't know, let's go through and check this out. So thank you, Mr. Godoy. All right, so kitchen cabinets. That is let's see what this is. This is a Sub-Zero. So this is a pretty nice fridge. This is still probably about 10 years old. So, oh boy.
3/19/2018.
What's that? Does it say it right there?
Yeah.
So it's a 2018. So it's not terribly old. So it's not too far off. So basically that's it. So she's taking the granite. She's taking the.
No, we're leaving the granite.
You're leaving the granite?
The only one we're taking is that square one in the back.
Okay, so she learned about the granite. Did you tell her about the granite? Don't take the granite?
Yeah, she knows.
She knows.
The only one we're taking is that one in the back.
Okay, cool. So did you guys take out the outdoor kitchen? All the cabinets that go along with that. All right, so she's getting these fridges. There's a bedroom set in the other room. She's taking out the vanities. So this is just, this is us helping people recycle. So we have the specialized skills to take this stuff apart and not damage it. So she'll end up with this bed and this chair in here. Look at that, that's a beautiful, she's gonna get that. The shower door, she's going to save those. It looks like she's saving the toilets. So smart move, good repurposing, green earth stuff. So look out here, look at the washer and dryer. It's got this whole laundry room she's going to get. So this house is being torn down. So we don't have to be careful with anything. Her husband's going to come in and get all the doorknobs and stuff out of here. This is the garage. So there's things in here that'll go. Those two things right there, she probably doesn't know to mess with these. These things are probably worth about $2,000 a piece. So that's us getting a little bit. This is a hidden find. She's not going to know any better about those. She's not going to know that. I'm going to see if we can get them off of her if she doesn't care. So this is an outside air conditioning unit. This is probably, what year is this? But most people, she's building a new barnuminium. Very highly unlikely she's not going to take that. We would look at, coming back out here, so we would look at this. And if you look real closely, that's that big thick cables that we like to get. And these are still connected out there to the transformer. If I pulled down them, it would kill me. But at any rate, they're aluminum, so they're worth nothing. I mean, they're worth $10 for a whole roll. So these garage doors, early version of the hurricane rated, so they're not hurricane rated, so not something you would want to mess with. Those two Generacts, maybe we can put our hands on those. All right, so we're looking up in here. Okay, so that is it's a direct feed hot water heater. So That's probably an $800 or $900 one, probably worth $200 or $300 used. So that's a good find. I don't know if she's going to want that. And we're going to have to talk to the guys and see if they can get this stuff. I'll tell Talon. All right, let's walk over here, check the other side of the house out. So these doors, she's taking these doors out. As she left, she asked me, should we put plywood up here on the door? And I said, no, you got a gated job site. You don't really need to worry about that, but it's up to her. We're in the middle of the hooty fluty part of Naples. So this in here, I don't know whether she's taking it out or not. These are things we've learned not to take out. They're very specialized. Like this desk is really cool, but it's made in an angle. Most likely, very hard to sell. If you do sell it through our shop, it would take forever. That you can sell, but again, it's so tall. Most do-it-yourselfers we find are dealing with smaller houses and they don't have the height. So coming back into here, things that we've learned when we have vanities like this that step out, they're really cool to see and so on and so forth, but very hard to sell. Now we could take the vanity off of this, vanity top, put all these nice and even together and that'll sell just fine. But with the top, you would think they would sell, but they typically don't. The door hardware, if you're not going to directly reuse it, it's not something that pans out long term. We've taken a lot of it out over the years and never been able to sell it. That's very common for a safe to be here. There's another one of those hot water heaters. She's a pretty sharp girl. I bet she caught on to that. This right here is a rubberized floor. It's pretty cool. If we took this up, it would take 5 minutes, 10 minutes to take it up and we could sell it for a couple $100. I don't know if she's taking it or not. Okay, so storage closets sell really well. Let's see what's in here. Not much in there. Nope. All right, so back in here, this is the master bedroom suite. So this is suite for a master bedroom suite. Now in here, closet system. Closet system like this we could sell for $2,500, probably $3,500 for that one. I don't know if she's taking this or not. I would imagine that she is. This would be a hard closet system to sell. If you look at how tall I am, I'm 6 foot tall. That's an 8 foot tall, which means these won't fit in most houses. The ceilings are normally 8 foot tall, so it's just barely gonna fit, maybe. These are good to sell. We can resell this stuff all day long. Cool color on the top. The strange shape makes it hard to sell. This over here's got a strange shape itself as well. Makes them hard to sell. So this kind of stuff, we would take this off and hopefully somebody would buy this, but these you can definitely repurpose and sell them just about it to anybody. The toilets are really cool. They're very high end. They're like $500 Toto toilets. We have a hard time selling toilets at our shop. Now you got a double head shower in here. These fixtures a lot of times are worth some money. A lot of times they're growy. These are Delta, so they're really not worth much. But if it was a growy set, they would be worth, you know, on eBay, probably a couple, $200, $300, $400. So that's pretty much it. This is a pretty good find for her. Good deal for us because we're keeping our guys busy in our slower part of the season and we are doing a good thing. We're saving stuff that would ultimately, with this particular excavating company, they would tear this down with everything inside of it. So it's Remove It Pro's Demolition, doing a good thing, doing some green earth stuff, doing our specialized hands-on demo for a realtor so she can get her own finds. Remove It Pro's Demolition, Dave Lockwood. Laugh, laugh, laugh. You guys are tired of hearing that, I could tell.
Somebody said they turned into a drinking game.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, so good deal for this realtor. She's just got a sharp eye. She saved herself probably $60,000, $70,000. Now, what is this stuff worth in used value? I'd probably say somewhere in the range of 15,000 to 20,000. These doors being very expensive doors. These doors are probably worth $5,000 to $10,000 by themselves. This little door setup was probably 20 grand, brand new. They're aluminum. They look like they're wood, but they're aluminum. So these are hurricane rated doors, very, very expensive. So she killed it on it. Be nice if we could get these windows out of this house. I don't know if that's part of the equation. Let me look at these a little better. Talk to Talon about that. Look at that chandelier. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. I don't know. They don't sound like it, do they? All right. So that's it. Let's go see what the guys are up to on this last job. All right. So on to the next one. And it's not that far away, 4.3 miles. And that'll be it for today. We're going to get through with our daily check on everybody. All right. This is Pelican Bay. Pelican Bay is amazing. It really is. It's amazing. This is a big HOA neighborhood. They have joint ownership of the beaches, and they've got a beach house that's down on the water that you can only get to one way. They've got everything here. They got a workout facility. They've got a convention center almost. They got a gigantic clubhouse. It's almost a convention center. And all these condominiums that you see in front of us here, they all pay a little portion of it. So they got walking trails. It's not gated. The individual condominiums are gated, but this is an amazing place. And this is where the majority of Remove It Pro's work comes from, is in these kind of high rises. High rises where they're really picky about how things are done, and they want things done a certain way, and they don't want dumpsters. So us bringing dumpster trailers is wonderful. Hi, how are you? Long time no see.
It's been a minute.
1 Crown Colony, I don't remember what unit. Yeah, I don't have the unit on here. Daggone it. It's Remove It Pro's Demolition. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
There you are, and I hope you have a great one.
You too. So, there they are. All right, so here we are. This is a full gut. So this is a townhouse situation in Pelican Bay. This is right alongside the front of one of these high rises. So, all right, so let's go in and check it out, see what we got. See if there's any hidden finds. So anyway, here's some of the stuff that we're getting. So that looks like a kitchen cabinet set. This actually looks like a vanity. It could be a lot of things. This could also be a built-in. So let's go check it out. So if you look up there at that building, we have done between 50 and 100 jobs in that building. On this complex, probably 150 to 200 jobs. There's 3 total buildings here. So we've been on this a lot. I need more pictures for what I'm doing. Gentlemen. Hey Joe, how you doing? Good. Can you take a 5-minute break?
Yeah.
All right. How's it going?
Good.
I just talked to Cliff.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's getting out.
Yeah.
So you know, he's out of the cage.
Yep. Good to hear.
Oh man, what a relief.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you doing here? What are you doing on this one?
So we just did the kitchen. We got the kitchen loaded up. We got a dry bar loaded up. That's coming back. We got
So what kind of fridge is that? It's a brown one.
Monogram. Yeah, it went with the kitchen.
Yeah, it's a monogram, yeah. So that's about 20 years old. So what about this built-in in here?
Yeah, this is all.
It's all coming. Just knock it down, Joe.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. I figured because we
can't.
don't sell anything like this. So.
We used to when we had a lot more space.
By the time you get all this loaded up and it fall and a break in, it's gonna be a waste of time. So.
I agree.
But we're gonna take the TVs back. This TV actually pops up, old school style.
Yeah.
So.
Just toss it.
They have money back in the day.
Just toss it.
All right.
It's just too old a technology.
Yep. We're gonna do.
What about this back here in the lanai?
Nothing back there.
Nope, they're keeping that.
So
Okay, all right.
We're gonna take the fans back. We're gonna take the light fixtures back. We're gonna take all the trim off. We're gonna square up all the arches. Take the shower out. Take the vanity back to the shop. Take the light fixture back to the shop. Keep the toilet here. Tile comes out. Carpet comes out.
Tile comes out, you said?
Yeah, tile comes out. Carpet comes out.
Same thing with this, man. These are just, it's just too old. Just toss them.
Yeah. These come out. Closet system stay.
Okay.
Carpet, trim.
All right.
Light fixture, fan, trim.
Let's see.
We got another.
So how long have you been on this job?
The second day.
Second day. This we could repurpose this for sure.
Bring that back.
That too.
Yeah. Save that.
Yep.
And the toilet, I don't know if we want to keep the toilet.
No toilets.
Gotcha.
No toilets except for maybe rare instances. We're just not being able to sell them. Ever since Home Depot started selling them for $100,
Yeah.
you know, it just makes it hard. So what about this in here?
Yep, we're bringing that laundry room set back.
Yeah, so somebody painted this lower set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Bring it
already
back.
got all the appliances. We got the washer and dryer and all that.
Including the top. So we got the washer and dryer. We got the
We got all the
refrigerator,
appliances. The cooktop, the
cooktop, stove.
oven, microwave.
All right.
We got all that.
So how long will it take you to do this job?
Well, I just started the tile right now just to see that it's kind of
Is it got ProFlex underneath it?
No, there's just a really, really tough thin set. It's like cemented on the ground.
Yeah, like the hurricane cement.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, that
So-
sucks.
kind of pain in the so I'm trying to hammer it out. But the kitchen was nice.
Yeah, it was. We saw it in the truck.
Yeah.
So that's a whole kitchen in the truck when we came in.
Whole kitchen plus the dry bar plus the pantry.
And all the appliances.
Yep.
That's a good
Stuff
thing.
out there in the patio.
They're keeping all that stuff.
And then we're keeping this.
It's beautiful.
All the fixtures we'll bring it back. So
All right, cool.
pretty nice fixtures.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you get back to it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thanks for walking us through.
Sure.
Good deal.
Check out the master bathroom.
So can I ask you, young man,
That's not
what's his name?
Cam.
Hey, Ken.
Cam.
Cam. Come here for a second. So let me ask you a question. Is it hard working with Joe? You sure?
He's a hard worker.
Hey, let's give him another room. I want to see what you got to say. No? Yeah.
It's going good.
All right, cool.
We already got grass almost done. These vanities were heavy.
Okay, so when we take something like that out, all I want you to do is bring back the motors.
Yeah.
We're not.
I never bring those back.
We can't sell them. Just cut them out. Whatever makes it easy. That's probably plastic.
Looks like they got a plastic Gatorade down there.
All right.
Plastic pee inside maybe.
Cool. Little fermentation.
And they're opening up these walls too.
So they're gonna open up all these walls in the master. What about these over here?
Yep, these do.
Hey, look at here. They got a bidet. A bidet.
We love this. I see these all the time. I never tried it.
You know what? We were at Vid Summit and they were talking about bidets and they were talking about how wonderful they are.
They are wonderful.
You got
Are
one?
they? Huh? No, I
I got
don't.
one that attaches to my wife's toilet. My son swears by it now.
Oh, I bet.
I want to try it.
Yeah, you should plug one in, man.
Want to bring one?
Hey, could you leave? All right, Joe. Hey, buddy. It's always good to see you. All right, so that pretty much wraps it up for checking on the jobs today. This one, well, we got some nice finds. We didn't see much today, so we got some nice things. We got the appliances and the kitchen, you know, some vanities, some built-ins. So good day for goodies and a really good day for everything we're working on. That particular job, that's a pretty nice one. We're gonna get a lot of goodies out of it. What an interesting day. We've got a whole variety of stuff going on. So I'm so excited to be able to get back to the computer and see how much growth we've had over the last couple hours since I've been away from the computer. All right, well, what a productive day. Got a lot going on right now. So we just went and looked at a couple jobs. We have another 10 jobs going on right now. Well, probably 8 jobs going on right now. So here's the rest of my job. So here I'm coming back. We're gonna check and see how we're doing. We went past 25 subscribers just 2 days ago. Now we're almost to 26. We're halfway to 26. 281,000 views in 48 hours. We were trending on average about 20,000 views every 48 hours. So we are seeing putting on all these shorts has made a big difference in what we do. So we're learning and growing, and right now we're trending at 7,200 views per 60 minutes, 242,000 views in 48 hours. So we got well, these conflict with each other. So this is the YouTube and this is vidIQ. So YouTube actual is 281.9, so 282,000 views in the last 48 hours. We may get over 300,000. So during Channel Jumpstart, they told me if I do certain things that eventually this would happen. Well, I think we're in the middle of it happening. Very cool. So I'm pretty excited. So at any rate, it's Remove It Pros Demolition, and it's Dave Lockwood, and I'll see you on the next video.